We have our next presentation is from a team from the ITE East College. We have in the team Raymond Wee, Mr. Ong Chee, and Clement Chu. Raymond is the course manager, and Mr. Ong is the section head. Mr. Chu is a senior lecturer, and they are from the School of Electronics and Infocom Technology. Clement has been engaging youth through volunteer groups and education institutes for many years. He strongly believes in pedagogy and entrepreneurial skills developing for youth, and he is an advocate of using technology and web tools to engage student learning. Let's welcome the team from ITE.
Okay, maybe wait 1 or 2 minutes, but if you have Instagram or you have your smart devices, you can install Instagram and you can search for this hashtag. Okay, all my slides are on it. Okay, I think got a hashtag. I'll show you some things. Okay, this is a display of my iPad. I just want to let you know that, that you can leave your comments on this slide, and I will address the comments later on. So this is one way I can use Instagram to interact with you all. Okay, afternoon to all. Well, so many of you have shared about social media tools. I think this is something that maybe is new to you, to some of you, but I think it will not be to those who like to take photos of maybe your favorite food and so on, right? Okay, this is my team. Speaking on behalf of my team, we are from IT, Infocom Tech. So my topic today will be whether we can use Instagram as the collaboration tools in education. I'll briefly touch on why Instagram and how we actually use the trial and reach out to students to get them to learn, and some experiences that the students have. And I got one instance of his sharing. And I'll also touch on what other ways you can use Instagram to use for teaching. Okay, so what is Instagram? For those who do not know, it's really just taking pictures like a Polaroid camera, and they post it on the web for you, for your friends to see, or maybe if it's in a private setting, it's for your close family to share pictures and information. So when should you go in? Well, sorry to say, Paul, Facebook seems to be getting a bit less attention now. Instagram has quite a huge jump last year based on what some of the news posted on web. 23% jump, so they are projecting that it's getting more popular. So that's why we embark on Instagram. We want to see how receptive are the students with this social media tool. So why? Because it's easy to share. Instant. You can manipulate, you can use filters on the pictures. And again, it's a social tool. So you can post it, some pictures, and your friends can comment on it. So who can use it? Everyone. And if you do not like to share everything that you have posted, you can set some privacy settings. So how to do so? If you have used or you have not used it, please not 101 on Instagram. So you try it out. You can see how you can set the settings. Okay, and probably get some close friends to see whether they can see some of your pictures if you set to privacy. Okay, you can even invite close friends to certain account that you have created. So where to get it? To post it, you need a smart device, Android and iPhone, iPads. So you can download from the App Store or Play Store for Android. So how do we reach out to students? So this is what we always been thinking of. How do we make the students interested? How can we get them to want to participate? So this is what I call it, we breathe in fresh air to them. It's a bit out. You can look at the slides in my Instagram. Accessibility, we must make sure the students have access to these smart devices. Interest in participation, how to create interest, later I'll share. And of course, what Prof. Lee mentioned, relevance. How to create relevance to them, to their learning. Accessibility. Do we have this fear? Bring your own devices or bring your own disasters. Okay, when you go to a class with all the students taking out their devices, are they doing the learning or they are trying to do some other things? So, but we can't help it. No, they do bring their own device or their own phone. How about the schools? Do they provide the equipment, the smart device for the students to use? So, when we embark on this, we have to also consider, do the students have this access? Primary schools, secondary schools, JC, do they have it? And other institutes. How about interest to participate? In IT, we try video learning, where we shoot certain topics in videos. We share it to the students. Instead of delivering through class, they watch the videos and they learn. Why? Because they prefer to see than read. That's what we discover. Quite a lot of youths like to, or teens rather, like to watch video. They are always on YouTube. So that's why we embark on videos. And why videos? Instagram does provide a 15 seconds video shoot. So I'll show you briefly how we do it. And one thing about pictures and videos, you do not leave them to their own creativity by reading the long text and they have to think, actually, what's this whole instruction is about. So watching the video, they actually learn to a certain extent, how it should be done. Relevance. We like to empower them, energize them. So I call it AA. Authentic audience. Like AA battery. Professionals. When we post some, let's say if you are Paul, right, example, you're doing some designs, you can post pictures on Instagram. Not only the students can participate, you can invite professionals, some experts to give comments. That is engaging professionals. Facilitators like us, we can go in to give comments too. Their peers, friends can comment on their works. Parents, we can even invite parents to see what they have done. Okay, hopefully the parents are also a social media fan. Okay, well, the use of Instagram that enhance learning. This is what I did in one of the short description. Those with Instagram, you can actually hear it. There's a short video. Is the audio on? Can I just play?
In slide 4, we see that attributes define how an instance of a class differs from another instance. How do we set the attributes of an object? We use the dot operator.
This is just one of the Instagram video that I created. Before that, there's a few series of instructions I gave. Bearing in mind that Instagram can only record about 15 seconds clip. So all my instructions are very short. In a way, if it's too long, they will switch off too. So that helps. Then I asked them to, in my next instruction, I asked them to do a demo. And I actually tasked them to record what they have done. So this is what this student have done.
I'm creating a new object that have the height, weight, and age of the character.
Okay, this is a live video, so there's some background noise. Okay, what happened is that you can also pause your shootings so that he can finish up the work and then you can show instances of what he have done. Of course, this is his sharing.
I think it's good because like the teacher replies through already, right? Then when you go home, right, then you can reply through Instagram.
No brownie points for him. Okay, so you can use it on design, arts, okay, interior design, and even you go out, you can ask the students to shoot how you design certain, for my colleagues say playground, if you are doing this kind of designs. Or if it's a photo shoot, you can ask them to describe on the photo, an essay, a short essay, okay, by commenting on the Instagram post. What we did, we also tried on visual documentation. That means we actually record how the task is being done through the progress. Example like chemistry, you can do it where the students mix chemical. So you can shoot at certain stage what happened to a reaction and so on. So this is what actually we did. We asked the student to do some installation. So they actually show the steps that they have done. And through the video, I can see whether they do it in the right way. So, how else can we collaborate? Well, I'll have to say what Einstein mentioned. To create genius, 1% inspiration, 99% perspiration. So, why perspiration? Policies. Like I mentioned, does the school endorses what you are doing? Does the school allow the student bring smart devices to class? Some of them don't, for fear of certain repercussion. How about, do the schools make sure that the students are able to afford such devices? Or do they provide such devices in class? So these are things that we have to think about. Implementation policies and so on. Restriction. What are the restrictions involved? Well, for Instagram, like I said, the videos, you have 15 seconds. You can't shoot long videos like YouTube. So these are some restrictions. You have certain amount of hashtag following you can do, I think about 7,000 plus. Of course, 7,000 is a lot of hashtag. The size of the video, which later I'll show you, you have to clip it, or size of picture, you have to box it up to a certain aspect ratio that will suit Instagram. You cannot just take any pictures and post it. And the other thing would be that that you may like to share what you have taught in class, but do the parents welcome such thing? How do you get the parents involved? So these are things that we have to think about. Participation. We like to get the students to participate, but again, not every student may have the device. So again, I'll show you how some of the things that I overcome with later on my iPad. Intellectual rights. That's something that is very big. Firstly, if the works is original, your student works is original, someone may take the picture and use it somewhere. And the other thing will be the Instagram. Whatever you post on Instagram, the terms and conditions, they may change. So that is something to think about too. And the last thing, of course, in and out. What's in now for Instagram may be out in 1 year's time, 2 years' time. So we have to adapt. So like what the previous speakers have shared, Twitter, Facebook, well, now these are in thing. But 10 years' time, what's next? So we have to think about all these things. So perspiration, so what you have created now may not work 10 years' time. So I'm going to show you how to do certain posting of your notes through Instagram. Okay, this is my account. You guys probably see this, those who have installed and follow the hashtag. Earlier on, I actually posted the slides. Let me get the slides. Okay, there's some of things that, there's some restriction I mentioned about the resolution, the aspects. So for example, I want to post this slide. Before that, I should have scaled up the slides before I can post it. If you notice that my PowerPoint slide is much bigger, so if I were to capture the screen or the image, if I post it just like that, there will be some image will be being cut off. So actually I have to do some homework to clip it. So, but other than that, it's pretty straightforward. So I just tag. And there you go. That's it. So it may seem that it's quite straightforward, but there's still some background work that you have to do. You have to prepare the notes, the slides, and probably have to make it such that it's comparable to what Instagram can manage. So this is one thing. So for the other thing is, of course, you can put a lot of hashtag. You can use it in multiple classes. So you can put hashtag for class 1, hashtag for class 2, and some of the notes you can share around. So like, for example, I'm sharing through this e-Fiesta. So everything is posted here. And the other way we can collaborate is, of course, like what I did. I asked for you all to post comments or questions. So these are ways that we're constantly learning how to use Instagram to engage the students. So I actually hope that by this sharing, and if you have your own experience of using Instagram, share with me. Okay, so I'm not an expert, but I'm also learning. So with that, you have any comments or feedback, please let me know. Thanks.